finally able to continue on with the main story now that I leveled up. Chapter 5, Eternal Aurora, blah blah blah. Unspoken Secret. Here we go. Dang. I forgot about this. I press my thumb down on the lock and Grandma's box opens with a light mechanical clink. The lamp on the desk, I should be looking there. The lamp on the desk shines over yellowed paper. The ones at the top of the pile appear to contain experimental data, with diagrams. Observation log. The subject's heart has been stable for the past 72 hours. Preliminary assessments indicate fusion with the Aether core was successful. AC fluctuation test number 1. The energy fluctuation value of the Aether core has reached level 2. The subject's heart is stable. AC fluctuation test number 2. The energy fluctuation value of the Aether core has reached level 3. The subject's heart is stable. Using a protocore with a human heart? Why did Grandma have records about an illegal experiment like this? She's the subject, isn't it? It is also the first time I've heard of a protocore called an Aether core. Could it be related to the one the association is looking for? I jot down the name of this special protocore and continue to read the files. The next few sheets report similar data. The last sheet, however, is handwritten instead of typed. Oh. My gosh, my throat. AC fluctuation test number 12. The energy fluctuation value of the Aether core has reached level 7. Okay. The subject is showing abnormal signs. Warning, stop it. The messy red handwriting ends with 3 startling exclamation marks. This looks like Grandma's handwriting. Oh, it's Grandma a scientist? As I read the document, a feeling of dread fills the room. Gender, female, age 7 to 8. Evil and Hounsen class. I was about to say clown. What? There's no name in the subject information category, but there's enough to make an educated guess. And Hounsen class evil. Could this test subject be? Questions and answers interlock like chains in my mind. Is it us? The sweet Grandma I knew has revealed a side of her I didn't know she had. Could the test subject in this records be me? As the initial shock subsides, I hesitated for the moment, then pick up the phone to call the only person who might have an answer.
Did something happen?
Oh, yay! Zane, I need to ask you a question. Sensing the urgency in my voice, Zane's voice also becomes serious.
I'm listening.
It's about my heart. Is the protocore fragment in it the same as the ones in other protocore syndrome patients? I just went through the stuff Grandma left me. The voice on the other end of the phone is silent. Zane seems to be thinking about how to respond.
It certainly is a strange protocore fragment. After reviewing your condition, I've tried to find similar cases. But as far as I'm aware, you are the only one.
Ooh. It Is that because it's the Aether Core? You're my primary care physician. Grandma also entrusted you to give me these papers. She must have a good reason.
It's only been 6 months since she passed. Regardless, aside from its name, I don't know much about it.
6 months? That's a lot of time that passed.
The fragment in your heart has been there for a long time. Perhaps there's someone who can provide us with information. You remember Dr. Noah?
The person Dane is talking about was the previous chief medical officer of Oxo Hospital. He's an old acquaintance of Grandma and Zane's teacher. He is also the first doctor to treat my heart disease. If anyone knows something about the files Grandma left, it's him.
Dr. Noah is currently doing a personal research project in Snowcrest. If you want to meet him, I can help you get in touch. However, the weather in that area has been quite unpredictable as of late. The train to Snowcrest is often unavailable. I suggest visiting him in 2 weeks.
I don't have the time. Alright, I'll think about it. I try my best to sound nonchalant, but I already made up my mind. And next one. Yep. Snow-Kiss coffee. What?
So you're already in the Arctic? Did anyone go with you?
Don't worry, I'm just going to relax at Snowcrest. I'll be back in a few days.
Really? That's good. If you kept working so much, they'd need to install an anti-workaholic mechanism in the watch. Have fun on your vacation.
Yeah, I'll get some souvenirs for you. I end the call with Tara. Outside, the blizzard has stopped. The sky appears more vivid than in other places. The dazzling blue hues cascade past the snow-capped mountains.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that the next train to Snowcrest has been cancelled. We apologize for the inconvenience.
We're currently in the middle of travel season. After hearing the announcement, the people of the platform drag their luggage back to the waiting room and grumble. Fair. After getting Dr. Noah's contact info from Zane yesterday, I immediately scheduled a meeting for today. Excuse me. Watching the time tick away on my phone, I approach the counter, unwilling to give up on my journey. Excuse me, are there other ways to get to Snowcrest besides taking the Boreas Express?
We still don't know if the train has been cancelled because of the weather or for another reason. For your safety, please
You
wait.
did not answer my question.
1 cheesecake and 1 croissant, please. Thank you.
Who are you? Familiar voice reaches my ear. Surprised, I turn around and spot Zane at a cafe nearby. Zane? His fingers passes over the glass display. Zane looks at me, but he doesn't seem surprised.
It's you.
I immediately regret calling out to him. I try to suppress my guilt and wave at him. I pretend it's just a normal day. Why are you here?
There's been a new development in Dr. Noah's research. He asked me to visit him a week ago.
After answering my poor excuse of a question, Zane's gaze shifts back to the freshly baked bread on the counter.
He's not as young as he used to be and can't always do things alone anymore. I help him whenever I'm not too busy with work. Would you like to eat something together?
Thanks. I'll get a sandwich then.
Sir, the 2 lattes you ordered are ready. Here are to go. As
Zane is about to pay, I beat him to it. It's on me. Since we're both stuck at the station, why don't we keep each other... I noticed the two lattes on the counter and suddenly realized there's something off. Why did you get 2 lattes? He makes a soft and takes one of the lattes from me. The hot steam shrouds the smile on his face.
Did I say we met by chance?
He knew that we will be there. Okay. Beyond expectation. There's only one flight from Lincoln City to the Arctic. It departs in the morning and arrives in the evening local time once a day. Snowcrest, where Dr. Noah is, isn't that far from this train station. But because of how undeveloped this transportation system is in this vast, sparsely populated region, we can only take this particular train to go there. Excuse me. The display screen hanging overhead shows rows and rows of red delay notices. The number of people in the waiting room decreases. As we wait, my mind recalls the files Grandma left me. There must be secrets behind it that are connected to me. Maybe it can also explain that explosion.
What are you thinking about?
Vane's voice interrupts my drifting thoughts. I force a smile. I'm thinking about what an ether core is and why it was fused with my heart. What if I'm a dangerous experiment that escaped from a secret lab? Maybe armed men in suits will suddenly appear to take me away in a few seconds. Zane listens to my wild thought without interrupting me. Well, a few seconds have passed and nothing happened.
Maybe you'll get your answers when we arrive in Snowcrest.
Zane gently comforts me, as if sensing my fear.
The protocore energy in your heart has always been stable. It can form an invisible shield to protect your heart when you're attacked. You also haven't become as weak as other patients with protocore syndrome.
Interesting.
In other words, it's a power made just for you.
Just for me?
You won't have to worry about it anytime soon. You'll live for a long time, long enough to find out the truth.
I put my hand over my chest, trying to feel for anything weird with my heartbeat. Will the person who put the ether core in my heart want it back one day?
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that the train to Snowcrest will be delayed until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Dang. Really? It will be that long?
I'm not surprised. We'll have to spend the night in a hotel near the station.
Ooh. A group of fully geared hunters rush past us. The evil railguns in their hands are glowing blue. They're clearly charged. To be armed, and is the delay caused by wanderers?
Let's get going. Heard wanderers showed up in the dispatch center.
Ooh.
That sucks. I wanted to see the Aurora in Snowcrest.
They pick up their luggage and follow the very apologetic staff to a nearby hotel. I stay on the bench. Zane wants to get up but stops after glancing at me.
Are we not leaving?
Those hunters are on a mission. They must have a way to get to wherever they need to go, no matter how bad the weather is. An idea pops in. Why the zoom? Jeez. An idea pops into my mind. I grab Zane by the arm and chase after them. Let's help out. Okay. Okay. Battle? Huh. Okay. What? Reindeer? What I got there, but... What? That's all I... Fine. Oh, it won't... Oh, so this is default. Okay. Oh, gird. Landscape. Freaking, like, vertical and then landscape.
Yeah, you have to do that a lot.
Yeah, when it comes to battling.
Not good for the recording.
It's okay. It's okay. At least I did a full screen to be okay with this. And now I actually have to look at my phone instead of my computer screen. Excuse me.
Concentrate.
Yes, concentrate. Oh, freaking Rudolph. No, that's not Rudolph. That's
This is
Elysian
dangerous.
something.
Look after you. It's your turn.
No problem. I'll show you.
Ah, I'm a sword. What am I doing?
Keep your tempo.
Eat this.
I'm so used to the ranged weapon. Stop it!
Keep your distance,
Hey,
or
rude.
else you'll get hurt. It's your turn.
Nope.
It is weak. Now's our chance.
I'm so
Bring it
not
on.
good with sword.
Victory is within reach. Keep your it recovered. Be careful.
Yeah,
Go back to the pit you
definitely
came from.
not. Two.
Bring it on.
Come on, almost done.
Keep your safety first.
Dang.
It's your turn.
No problem.
Dang.
It is full. Let's do this together.
Okay.
We won.
Bam.
We crushed them.
I did it. I got mine. And I continue on with the story.
Thanks a bunch. The dispatch center was quite crowded. Lincoln hunters like yourself have more experience in evacuating people and preparing for battle.
Don't mention it. We all learn from one another.
The magnetic field here is unique. Wanderers usually hang around the snowfield and mountains. They only started appearing in crowded places recently. It's probably because...
What? He smiles and trails off. That information is probably classified.
Judging from the scale of the damage at the dispatch center, no trains will be leaving from today onward. You guys are headed for Snowcrest, right? If you'd like, we could lend you a transport vehicle. It'll be bumpy, but it can traverse the snowy terrain.
Oh, how nice! You have my gratitude.
It's parked right outside the train station. Come with me.
Sweet! Awesome. Progress into the story. It starts to snow outside. Zane and I stand in the freezing wind. A majestic 4-dog sleigh is in front of us. The dogs are all handsome and have thick fur. Their height is around half an average person. What?
What do you think? It's a specialty here. Treat it like a tourist experience.
Awesome.
It's up to you now. My team is leaving. See ya!
Very expressive. Another cold gust blows past us. I look at Zane quietly and smile sheepishly. We won't be able to make it to Snowcrest tonight. Maybe we should just find a hotel nearby. Zane hops onto the sleigh and grabs the reins effortlessly with his gloved hands.
Get on.
Oh. So you know how to drive. I mean, ride it?
Not all of my trips were accompanied by medical staff. I've ridden these sleighs a few times.
Okay. But those are actual dogs.
You're on the deluxe snow dog. The auto-driving system has been fully upgraded. Please select one of the following to start your adventure. Sightseeing. Full speed ahead. Children-friendly.
It can talk? I stumble as I board the sleigh and almost fall onto the snow. Zane grabs my arm just in time. In the howling wind, Zane glances at me through his goggles. His voice, muffled by his scarf, carries a hint of mirth.
Shall we get going?
Please drive safely. Peace. After passing the vast snowfield, the terrain becomes ever more mountainous. At the end of the horizon, the snow crest shrouded in dusk. The sleigh dogs start their journey back immediately. I rub my slightly wind-burnt face and walk to Zane. Judging from how well you steered, you're definitely not someone who helps out a few times a year. You're like a local. What did Dr. Noah say? Should we go directly to him or?
He said he's busy at the moment and can't pick us up in person. But
Zane pauses. Curious, I meet his gaze.
he's arranged our pickup ride.
A snow-white silhouette suddenly appears between us. Oh! Oh, it's so cute! This is such a cutie!
Stupid dog.
Hey, shut up! It's cute! What is that? It's a cutie!
I almost forgot how clingy he is.
In response, the white creature leaps out from the flower bed and lands on Zane's luggage. Only now do I see it's a little white fox. It almost looks like my one of my late dogs. But anyway, Zane closes his eyes as if hit by a migraine. When he opens his eyes, his expression returns to normal.
You've gained weight, Pi.
You two know each other?
He is Dr. Noah's pickup ride.
I don't mind. This box is a cutie. Dang. Thematic guide. Something with the fox.
Pi.
The fox ignores Zane, but paws at the canned pet food Zane has brought from Lincoln City. In this cold, soulless world where advanced technology reigns supreme, it's surprising to see gluttonous creatures like you. Here, eat as much as you want. I kneel down to pat the little fox's head. He turns to rub against me affectionately before eating more food.
He loves food, but not the person who bought it.
Hey, did Dr. Noah name him Pie because his favorite dessert is white pie?
When Dr. Noah adopted him, he ate 6 pies in one go.
I can't help but chuckle, which I actually did. Zane lifts up Pie's right leg to check something. There's a little thing strapped to it. What is that?
A tag.
For a vaccination? I suddenly feel like Pie isn't simply Dr. Noah's pet. Zane has always kept a tight lid on his polar-related research. He calls it a vacation or visit to his teacher. What has he and Dr. Noah been researching? And why does it have to be done in such a cold place? As I watch Zane brush off the crumbs from Pie's whiskers, my curiosity grows.
Pi is very special. He's as intelligent as a 9-year-old child. Don't be fooled by his cute, innocent appearance.
Well, I'm fooled already, so too late. With a poker face, Zane blocks Pie's attempt to pick up another can and taps the fox head.
You only get 1 can of snacks per day. Go on now.
Pi leads us swiftly through the streets. It takes a while, but we finally arrive at the place where Dr. Noah lives. Before we can enter the front yard, we hear the sound of some creature whining and struggling.
There. The pain is gone now.
Little animals run around, stirring up snow and dirt. An old man wearing a large coat comforts the polar mink in his arms.
Zane, what are you waiting for? Help me.
1 second.
Huh? There's a hint of metaflux in the air. Is it from the minks? Before I can ask, Zane traps a bunch of black furballs scurrying around the yard with an ice cage he creates.
Are there other escapees?
No. They messed up my yard again.
Zane catches another few animals in the same way and puts them back in their cage.
Does the antagonist no longer work?
Its effectiveness was shortened by a week. It seems the metaflux around this area is increasing again. Oh, hello. Long time no see.
Dr. Noah dusts off the snow on his sleeve, gets up and walks over with a wide smile on his face.
Come on in. It'll be warmer inside.
Okay. Ether core. See what's going on here. Oh, it's Zane again.
How's the fish? It's not much, but I caught it myself.
This is the first time I've eaten a very sweet fish. It has a unique flavor.
Dr. Noah is very old, so his taste buds don't work anymore.
Whispering. After dinner, we sit in front of the fireplace together. Having eaten his fill, Pi sleeps between me and Zane. Oh! Dr. Noah puts on his spectacles and studies the files I brought.
So your grandmother told you everything?
All she left me was this box of files. The rest I can only speculate. Is the protocore in my heart really an ether core? And was it placed there on purpose?
I don't know why or how the process was done, but in regards to the protocore, even a minimally invasive surgery can leave behind traces.
Dr. Noah looks up at me with expectant eyes.
If I had to guess, it might be your innate strength.
How can that...
There are countless, seemingly impossible hypotheses behind every scientific conclusion. Before the Evol gene emerged, no one believed they could wield the power of nature.
But all experiments have a purpose. What could the ether core have in my heart possibly prove?
What were they trying to prove?
The old man laughs dryly and shakes his head.
Why do you think people want to go inside the deep space tunnel? Some things are attractive by simply existing. Unraveling the unknown is a purpose in and of itself. Some are willing to do anything to achieve their goals. So, don't let anyone know about your ether core.
Oh, yeah, for bad purposes. While I haven't told everyone, Grandma is... I try to suppress the pain in my heart and compose myself. Oh, the person responsible for this will find me sooner or later. That's why I need to know what makes the ether core so special. You say there are people willing to do anything to achieve their goals. Who exactly?
Ether was originally something philosophers came up with. The fifth element, so to speak. No one can prove or disprove ether exists. Maybe that's the reason your grandmother called it ether. A mysterious energy that surpasses the other protocores. Anyone who knows about it will desire it.
And anyone who has it will pay the price. The ether core is at the center of an intricate web. What happened to my family is just one threat of it. As if sensing my thoughts, Dr. Noah gently pats me on the shoulder.
Don't worry about it too much. They shouldn't be able to find you anytime soon. The amount of energy in your heart right now is far less than what the experimental data shows. It's possible an accident occurred in the final experiment, which reduced the Aether Core's power.
Reduce the power?
I'm just guessing. This is beyond my field of expertise.
Who else knows about the experiments?
To better understand your heart's condition, I tried to contact those researchers privately. But most had either died or disappeared. It'd be hard to find any of them today.
No.
I do recall your grandmother mentioning one had run away to, N109 zone. They joined Anakinus.
Anakinus? I didn't expect to hear that name from him, but after giving it some thought, it makes sense.
Their fellow researchers started dying or disappearing soon after that.
I only knew Grandma used to do scientific research, but she never mentioned what she researched. Our home also didn't have any hints about her past. Dr. Noah, I have one last question about Grandma. Was she the person who put the ether core in my heart?
I don't know. I know very little about your grandmother. But not everyone is lucky enough to do what's right in the beginning. We can only hope we'd have the chance to turn it into something we won't regret.
Dr. Noah puts all the files back into the box and hands it to me.
Maybe this is the choice she made.
Oh, dang. Hey. Snow tranquility. Oh, that's a quick loading screen. In the stillness of night, all is quiet except for the muffled crackling of the fireplace. Occasionally, a few sparks pops out from the flames, making a crisp sound. After tossing and turning in my bed, I decided to sit in front of the fireplace and go through the files left by Grandma. The ether core, energy incomparable to the other protocores. Grandma knew something might target people related to the ether core. Is that why she kept me in the dark for so long? What should I do now? While my mind is a tangled mess, I hear a rhythmic tapping sound from the French windows. As I turn, I see Zane standing there with a thin layer of snow on his hair.
You're well?
Will there really be one tonight?
The weather forecast predicted heavy snowfall with cloudy skies, and the KP index is low. It's unlikely we'll see an aurora.
Then why did you...
When visiting for the first time, an aurora is required to make the trip worthwhile. Look, the snow has stopped.
I don't see it.
Only at the very end will someone know if there is a watershed moment.
Until the very end. Yet, Grandma and those researchers... they... But there are people who persist until the very end, only to be defeated.
I meant the aurora.
Same.
Meh.
What's that over there?
Mount Eternal.
Oh. I remember. It had an anomalous protofield a few years back. Dr. Noah chose to live here in the Arctic. For your research project, right?
Not necessarily. My friend sacrificed himself during the protofield anomaly that took place here.
Aww.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Is there more to his sacrifice? Like a secret?
It was an accident. It's already in the past.
Do you think the pain caused by death can truly be forgotten with time?
It cannot. Time can't heal everything, nor can someone simply forget the pain. However, people can become accustomed to sorrow.
Oh, he's
But
talking about
time
this.
has helped you and Dr. Noah find things worth living for, hasn't it?
The Aurora.
Oh, it's so pretty. Worth it.
You're right. An aurora is required to make an Arctic trip worthwhile. It's a shame we can only enjoy it for a few moments.
What?
If you're sad, let this stay behind to appreciate the Aurora in your place.
Aww.
Is that snowman supposed to be me?
Hmm.
Are you going to stay in Snowcrest for a while longer?
Whoa.
Well, I'll leave this with you then. Will the snowman remind you of me?
No. However, when I do think of you, I'll just call.
Aww.
To give me more doctor's orders? You're a very dedicated physician.
After you leave here and return home, you'll likely be quite busy.
Yeah. Busy learning about the secrets of the Ether Core and Anakinus. Let's hope that both of us can find the truth we seek.
Yeah. It's gonna be battling after this, huh? Oh, never mind. I lied. I'm going back to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
I bid farewell to Zane once we return to the living room. The Aurora might have actually put me at ease. A wave of tiredness overwhelms me.
Wait.
He picks up the documents scattered on the sofa. Then he quickly organizes them and hands them to me.
Here. These documents contain information about the energy in your heart and its connection to the Ether Core. If they're leaked, you might become Anakinus' next target.
So Silas is in charge of Anakinus? So not freaking, sorry, I'm so sorry. So Memberly is into bad boys. Wow, Mim. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. But why would they kill researchers who worked with an Ether Core? They want to keep its existence a secret?
Perhaps they don't want anyone else to get their hands on it, as they try to obtain one for themselves. Or there are Ether Cores already in their possession, and they're currently trying to keep it secret.
That could be true. Maybe. I paused for a moment, and then grabbed the documents from Zane's hand.
What is it?
You said there could be Ether Cores in Anakinus' possessions, right? I quickly flipped through the documents and an idea forms in my mind.
I was only speculating.
No, you might be onto something. Found it. Energy at rest. 3,000 blah blah blah. 3021.7 EV. This is my heart's minimum energy output value that corresponds to the ground state of the Ether Core. It dawns on me. I lift my arm and use the Hunter's Watch to look through the database on that protocore I found in the no hunt zone. 3019.9 EV. The protocurve of that protocore and the energy value in its ground state is close to the energy core of the ether core in my... It's close to the energy value of the ether core in my heart. Meanwhile, the energy value for ordinary protocores is around 2500 EV. This can't be a coincidence. That protocore is a result of Onikainus using an ether core to modify it. As Dr. Noah said, the ether cores could already be in Onikainus' hands. A cheerful cry snaps me back to reality. Pi circles around me twice and curiously paws at the luggage by my feet.
It took a lot of effort to get here. Why not stay for a few more days?
Thank you, but I want to go back home and double-check something. When I have time, I'll visit you again. Then I'll stay until you beg me to leave.
Great. I'll hold you to it.
Oh.
I called a friend. He'll take you to the train station in a bit.
Thank you. Is it him? You have a new outfit.
Hi.
Zane walks out of the house carrying his belongings and beckons Pi to his side.
All set?
Mm-hmm. It's freezing. Please go back inside. Pi will be my guide.
Zane exchanges a few words in a low voice with Dr. Noah and then walks over to me.
Stay safe.
You really aren't coming with me?
What? Did you think I was joking when I said I was here on business?
No, not really. I shift my gaze, the distant snowy mountain in the deep slumber. For some reason, hearing that Zane plans to venture deep into the Mount Eternal reminds me of what he mentioned last night. I still feel uneasy. You take care of yourself and Pi. Yep. That's right, main character. Include the dog or fox, whatever.
I will.
Good. Pi barks twice at the entrance, as Zane nods to Dr. Noah before turning around and leaving. What? There's still more? As daybreak arrives, everything else is still sleeping. His figure disappears, step by step, as he heads into the wintry mountain. In boundless white, he stands out like a long stroke of black paint on a blank canvas, adding a touch of depth and beauty to pure scenery. I blink and notice my vision has become slightly blurry. I rub my eyes and see snowy flakes. I see tiny snowflakes. What the freak? I need coffee. It's snowing again. So this will be random, but I never had dino nuggets before, and I just tried them, and I'm now addicted. I can't believe I missed out on eating these dino nuggets. So yeah, I like it now. Okay, so I downloaded, and I just want to say, let me know if you want me to I don't know why this is unlocked and everything else is locked, but I'm deciding to probably not read this. Maybe I'll read only this one, probably, at the end of this video. And if I find it to be a little bit too long, I'll read the rest off recording. But it is in the middle of the main story, so that's why I thought it could be important. But I don't know. Let me know, because I'm still learning this game. But anyway, Chapter 6, Legendary Lumiere. I don't think I pronounced that right. I am so sorry. On the day after returning to Lincoln City, I went through the application process to access all available databases in the association. However, the word on a kindness was...
Sorry. No relevant data entries can be found.
Yikes.
Please use another database and try again.
Huh? It didn't seem like a secret since Captain Jenna mentioned them before. Are there hidden search results? I try again and type 9109 zone.
51 relevant data entries found.
Interesting. The N109 zone, once a hub for technological advancement, was destroyed during the disaster 14 years ago. It became a wasteland. A protofield had engulfed the no-hunt zone, isolating it from the outside world. Wanderers and fog act as a natural barrier, rendering this area free from the government and the association's jurisdiction. Over time, countless misfits and exiles risked their lives to enter the N109 zone. Various factions now exist in an area where violence and crime are the norm. The N109 zone is now a lawless place where morality is unheard of. .. Text continues to appear on the screen. I mean, it is on my screen. As I quickly skim, my disappointment only grows. All of this is vague information. I won't find any leads on N109 zone from the association. I sigh and end my search. Suddenly, Tara's face appears in front of me.
Hey! So, how was Snowcrest? Did you have fun?
Tara! I grabbed the souvenir I brought back. The aurora was amazing. The mountains were beautiful, and there was this.
You actually remembered?
She happily accepts the souvenir and then leans in.
I noticed you were looking into the N109 zone. Got a new mission already? That's a place even veteran hunters won't touch. Shouldn't Captain Jenna be extra prepared before heading in?
The fewer people involved with Unkindness and District N109, the better. I hesitate for a moment, then beat around the bush. I was just curious. Even if Captain Jenna gave me the mission in person, I wouldn't accept it.
I see. But I heard the people in the N109 zone are too busy cleaning up their own mess. They won't be causing trouble anytime soon.
What do you mean?
About a month ago, not long after our last mission ended, there was quite a spectacle in the N109 zone.
So that means they're not responsible with the... Wait, no, a month ago. Never mind.
Numerous deals were being made on the black market. A whole bunch of protocors were all cleaned out without a trace.
Caleb and Grandma got caught in the explosion 6 months ago, right?
And you know how the black market runs. Weapon augmentations, human experiments, medical research. They rely on protocors.
Who did it?
No one knows. But according to the rumors...
It's Lumiere.
A chair slides into the space between Tara and me.
Nero, when did you get in here?
Lumiere?
Yeah. Aside from him, nobody can just go in and out of the N109 zone.
Oh. He pushes up his glasses, a glint of excitement flashing in his eyes.
Don't you know who he is? He's a mysterious hunter who appeared during the disaster 14 years ago. He was the first person to successfully kill a Wanderer.
Oh.
The Wanderer was really stunning. I mean, formidable. It's known as a...
I know Lumiere, and it's possible we met before. Although my memory is a bit fuzzy, I still remember that rusty red rain. Excuse me. I could only see the shadow of a wanderer, but then A beam of light saved me. I think I remember that too. Still, I have no idea who protected me. But Lumiere hasn't shown up in ages. Maybe, I don't know. Am I thinking of the one around Xavier? Or what do you call that? Or this is just background lore or whatever. But Lumiere hasn't shown in ages. He's just an urban legend now. I guess. I don't. Background information. To enter the N109 zone just for protocols. Are you sure it's him?
99.9% sure. I heard that after he left the black market, he was on one of N109 zone's skyscrapers, destroying protocors like he was setting off fireworks.
Ooh.
Only he would be bold enough to provoke everyone in the N109 zone.
Destroying protocors? It almost reminds me of...
It sucks that Lumiere's whereabouts are always shrouded in mystery. If we found him, wouldn't places like the N109 zone be under our control?
To find Lumiere. Tara's light-hearted jokes gave me an idea. Well... Thanks, Tara. Late night encounter.
Dear passengers, this is the last train heading to the Lincoln Botanical Garden for the day. If you wish to visit the Lincoln
His
Botanical
whereabouts are
Garden,
unknown.
please board this train.
It makes sense. It's hard to find someone after they disappear for
Who's
years.
gonna... Xavier!
Oh. Xavier?
Well...
Oh no. That was close.
Oh!
You.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just...
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that was kind of cute, though. And I actually got the... That was it? Wow. That was the quickest story part ever so far. But I managed to get the quick time this time. Yeah. Alright. What?
This is the last train of the
Huh.
day. Passengers who wish to
Now that I
depart,
think about
please
it.
be aware.
I haven't seen Xavier in over a month. A lot of things have happened since then.
Oh, he did. She found out about her core thingy.
Is there something outside?
No.
I never thought I'd bump into you on the subway.
Same. Now I'm worried about what will happen next. Please don't say we're about to find ourselves in some crisis. You won't, right?
Sorry, but there is a crisis. I'm really hungry. All the stores are closed.
That is a crisis indeed.
Maybe it's because Wanderers have been more active lately.
Anyway, why are you just going home now?
I was thinking about stuff, got distracted, and missed a bunch of trains.
Try
Well.
not to ponder while in dangerous places next time.
That kind of scared me. I paused.
What? Wait, this train isn't going to eat me alive, is it?
Haven't you heard of the urban legend? After midnight, an empty train will appear. Anyone unlucky enough to ride it will be dragged into the depths of the abyss.
Uh-huh.
It will be midnight in 30 seconds. If we don't get off here, we'll be trapped in the abyss.
I take this train every day. You must be kidding.
I don't lie. Weird things happen all the time.
Speaking of which, why does it feel like we've been on this train for a while? We should have reached the next stop by now.
This is West Garden Station. Doors will
West
open
Garden
on the
Station?
right.
That can't be
Please
right.
exit in orderly fashion.
I boarded the train here.
Oh.
Something's off, Xavier. Let's get out here and...
Don't. If you get off the train, you'll be stuck with no way out.
That can't be because of a ghost, right? Nope, not a ghost. It's a wanderer.
Watch out.
By the way, my phone is also lagging a bit too, so... You have to end it over there. Loop of mirrors. I hope I don't have to think about breaking the loop. The story will figure it out on its own, right? There's no puzzles I've seen.
Not a ghost. It's a wanderer.
Watch out.
Ooh. Dang!
Over there. Savior, the wanderer is hiding in the glass.
Not that side.
Oh no.
You okay?
I'm fine. I'm not hurt. Was it just my imagination?
West Garden Station. Doors
Again with the West Garden Station. This train is stuck in a loop.
Oh.
Piece of mirror.
The train is trapped within an invisible mirror. That wanderer can travel between glass and mirrors. Find it, otherwise the train will keep going in circles forever.
But there are so many windows. Where do we start?
We just... don't let it hide.
Dang. Sorry for the lag thingy, but dang, that's still cool. What? Oh, so I have to actually fight heavy sword? Okay.
I'm sleepy. Let's get this out of the way.
Why? Woo! Woo!
This one might be a handful.
Oh, I am stupid. I thought I was using my wand.
My turn. You won't escape.
Pay attention to its moves. I am not afraid.
Savior!
Nice.
Be careful not to get hit. It's time.
Here we
The enemies are weak. Now's our
Yep,
chance.
yep. Come on.
You won't escape.
Come on.
Watch out. It's getting back up.
Hush
Watch
now.
out.
Bring it on. Light, shine down upon me.
Here I come.
I just need to watch the move.
Can you keep up?
I didn't even sweat.
So far, so good.
It's time to end it.
Do it.
Let's move.
I won't lose to you.
Alright,
Up the momentum.
Go back to the pit you came from.
Time to get serious.
you're
Savior.
fine.
Not even a sp- Are you alright?
My turn.
Be careful not to get hit.
You're fine. I'm fine.
Gosh.
Light, shine down upon me.
Are you okay?
That was unfair.
Here we go.
Pay attention to its moves.
My turn.
Get behind me.
Go back to the
My
pit
nose
you
is
came
itchy.
from.
My nose is itchy.
Can you keep up?
I didn't even sweat. Savior,
I'm here. Step back.
I don't care about the 3-star at the moment.
Time to get serious.
You mother freaker.
Savior.
Come on.
My turn.
Be careful not to.
If I am playing with the wand, it would be so much better. I am not
Time
good
to
with
end it.
close
Let's
fight.
move.
I won't lose to you.
End it.
Come on, almost there.
Step back. It's time.
Here
The enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
Yay! Nice.
I wasn't worried.
We did it.
My character is struggling with the heavy sword, huh? Yep, I don't care. Alright, falling asleep again.
Dear passengers,
Is the Flux Nexus related to the appearance of Tess Hadley Polka?
I can't pronounce that word.
We ask all those who have yet to leave
Oh,
to do so as soon as
all the
possible.
windows are
We
broken.
look forward to seeing you again.
It's just that I wanted us to look for it carefully. I didn't expect you to...
What can I say? I was exhausted. But yeah, it wasn't a good plan.
It's okay. I also feel responsible. We'll bear the consequences together. Xavier?
He's sleepy. He's sleepy.
He can fall asleep while standing up?
Dang. Dang, I swear, did that finish the chapter? Wow, that is so quick. Ooh.
Fighting while exhausted and hungry? You're the most dedicated hunter I've seen.
It was on the way. I didn't expect to be so exhausted.
Ooh.
It was killed by Lumiere 14 years ago, and no others have appeared since.
Oh, that's the
Lumiere?
one?
His name keeps showing up.
Oh.
Lumiere?
Yeah. The database says Tezcatlipoca was a troublesome wanderer that appeared 14 years ago. Lumiere was the one who killed it. And this time, when it appeared, you... Xavier, you're not Lumiere, right?
He appeared 14 years ago. Should be in his 40s by now. And rumor has it that he's a Tenebrae now.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear, especially when someone like him is involved. And I was kidding. You can't be him. You don't look like someone in his 40s.
Why do you need to meet him?
I wouldn't say that. I'm just trying my luck.
Oh, I thought for a minute that would have been cool if it really was him. I'm liking the quick parts though. Just moving through the main story.
Only one to walk out of the N109 zone unscathed. Wiped out 3 important factions in the N109 zone overnight? You believe that?
I'm just curious. If he can waltz into a dangerous place like the N109 zone and leave without a scratch, he must know a lot.
Even if he's in the know, he might not remember much if he has a bad memory. But the more important thing here is, are you interested in him or the N109 zone?
Did you forget what Captain Jenna said? If we want to investigate the modified protocore, we need to look into Anakinus and the N109 zone.
You kind of changed the
The
subject
mission
there.
doesn't require you to go there.
I wasn't planning to. I thought I'd take a quick peek.
Our character's reckless.
Really?
I'm well aware it's an area you can't just visit because you feel like it.
It's a dangerous place. One mistake and you forfeit your life, if you really want to go. Then you either have to have strength, or you have to blend in.
Care to explain?
It's like a melting pot. Everyone knows where people's loyalties lie, so they only acknowledge their allies. If you can't use brute force, blending in is the easiest way. But it's also quite the challenge.
How do you know all this?
This stuff isn't top secret. One just needs to dig a little.
Yet, no one said anything about it to me before.
That's enough gossiping for today. This is my house. You should head home too. The sooner the better.
That looks nice.
Actually, I live here.
Oh.
In this building.
Wait, are we neighbors? Or did Xavier mistaken that building?
Never would have expected this. Xavier lives on the floor above me.
Dang.
It's not surprising. A lot of hunters live around here. But the fact that we're only separated by a floor is a bit too coincidental.
Actually, I moved in over 6 months ago, so that makes you more suspicious compared to me.
Okay, but you know an awful lot about the N109 zone. Are you sure you're not the suspicious one here?
Well, what about you?
Huh?
Is your interest in the N109 zone only related to the modified protocol?
You got a point.
Okay, yeah, I do want to go. There's something I need to do there. Could you give me some more info? If it's not too much trouble, of course. Is that a yes? Or...
If you're so curious, we can meet up tomorrow.
Really?
Wait, is it oh, okay.
It's no problem as long as I get a good night's sleep.
I thought you'd be wide awake right now.
You'd be
Great.
surprised.
Well, thanks in advance. Good night.
Tomorrow then.
So far, the story plays out as if Xavier could be the main love interest. Like, the other guys are more like just part of the story in a way, but he's involved a little bit more and is in the same job as our main character. Of course, it can change as the story progresses, but I don't know. Outside, a flock of birds flies over the apartment like a cloud of ink spilling onto the sky. It's 11 a.m. now. Xavier should be awake, right? Worried that he isn't, I pace back and forth for another hour. Then I, feeling angsty, immediately head upstairs. Even when I'm outside Unit 602, I still can't believe Xavier is basically my neighbor. A knock. He's sleepy.
You're here early.
Oh. Xavier yawns, looking almost harmless in his simple white sweater. He is cute, though.
Orange juice, coffee, or water?
Huh?
Are you thirsty?
He takes 2 matching mugs from the cabinet and heads into the kitchen. It seems like he just woke up. His hair is disheveled, strands sticking out from the back of his head. Water is fine.
Ice or no ice?
It's okay. Xavier, I'm here because...
My place is a bit of a mess. You can sit anywhere, though. Do you want some breakfast? Fried eggs and toast? Oh, I'm out of eggs. Are sausages okay?
That's how it is nowadays. Thank you, but I'm not hungry. Also, it's almost noon. I scoot to the edge of the couch, eager to get down to business. I spent all night thinking that you and Lumiere are definitely connected. Ever since we met, you've been constantly looking for something. You just destroy protocors as if they're nothing when hunters know how important they are. You can kill a wanderer that even a group of hunters would struggle against. Not to mention, the gossip you heard about the N109 zone is more in-depth than the info in the association database. Apparently, the other one's more vague, that's why. At the abandoned research base and in No Hunt Zone number 7, maybe your goals aligned with mine as well as only kindness. Xavier looks at me quietly, then flashes a faint smile.
So, are you here to confirm my connection to Lumiere? Or are you here for something in the N109 zone?
Both, I think? It doesn't matter. I'm just gathering information in a roundabout way. I'd really appreciate it if you could give me some ideas. Xavier lowers his gaze, seemingly lost in thought as he stares at his slippers. Then he breaks the silence with a question.
The protocore we found in the no-hunt zone had a red protocurve. Do you know why?
The air seems to freeze for a moment. I feel like I've grasp the unspoken meaning behind his words. He'll only reveal his card when he's certain I'm on the same page as him. He's smart if that's the case. I take a deep breath and say, it's an ether core, right? Does he know about us? Does he know about us in some way? You know, now that I think about it, the one on the bottom over here, is that the ether core? Not sure. But anyway, there we go. But anyway, here is this one. Are we on the same page? Hearing the words ether core, Xavier's eyes widen, a hint of indiscernible emotion appearing. Yet he soon returned to being nonchalant.
Yes. The modified protocores in the abandoned research base and No Hunt Zone number 7 possess energy derived from an ether core.
How can the Hunters Association not be aware of them? He thinks for a moment before shaking his head.
They aren't for now. The Hunters Association only knows it holds powerful energy, but they don't have the means to analyze it. They won't be making any progress on that front for a while.
Why didn't you tell them?
You didn't tell them either, right?
True that. He remains calm as he avoids answering my questions.
Everyone has secrets, and their reasons for doing things. Regardless, I won't be your enemy.
I trust you.
And it appears you have more secrets than me.
Xavier is not wrong, my character. So don't be selfish, my character. I'm on Xavier's side about this. Nervous, I avert my gaze.
The reason you want to investigate the N109 zone is because of your family. Am I wrong?
That's one reason. You also heard about it. I take a deep breath and look into his eyes. The secret surrounding the ether core can explain what happened to me and them. But since we both want to look into this, even if you aren't my enemy now, you might be later. I see. I see. So he might turn against her. That's what I think. Distressed, Xavier furrowed his brow. I silently apologized to him in my heart. Suddenly, he grabs my arm, and the user interface for the Hunter's Watch appears.
Xavier has requested to synchronize access privileges. Accept?
Oh! Before I can react, Xavier accepts the request on my watch.
Synchronizing access privileges. Please wait. Synchronization complete. Your current access privileges are at the highest level.
Ah, he's trusting stuff to us now.
You can use the best training grounds available. Use the S-Rank database and request weapons from Armory 0001 through 0005.
Ah, I'm stunned. With an air of serenity, Xavier smiles at me.
Now do you trust me?
Mm-hmm. You gave me access privileges just like that? You should have thought about it. Be more thankful, character, jeez.
They expire in 24 hours. You have 23 hours and 59 minutes remaining.
I quickly stand up and get ready to leave. I take a few steps before turning around. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nothing in this world can be fully explained. Still, I hope you find out the truth.
Leaning against the bookshelf, he waves. As soon as I reach the door, a strange scent catches my attention. I turned around again.
Did you forget something?
Xavier, what's that smell? It's the cooking. Something is burning. You must have left the oven on. Well?
Oops.
That was cute. Oh, that's how they end the chapter thing? Okay. Because the battle kind of randomly appears after a calm moment. So I asked Memberly about these battles, and apparently they are not related to the main story. So for now, I'm gonna go straight to World Underneath, and I'll complete the battle thing on my own. And I'm gonna read this one. I'll ask Memberly again if these are important. I'm just gonna read chapter 1 though. I'm gonna ask her if these are important to the main story, and if yes, I'll read them. If no, then I'll read them off recording. But this one is Longleaf Flame. I like how the music is all calm and mellow, but the whole thing is all red. Alright. The one left. Someone knocks. Zane opens the office door to find William's girlfriend, Sienna, standing outside. She manages a pale smile and holds up a box. "This is for you, Zane." A martyr's badge sits inside it. It's very conspicuous. I don't know if I pronounced that right. On the velvet cushioning. It reminds Zane of the spilled blood that night at Mount Eternal. Zane is silent for a moment before he steps aside to let her in. "I've been thinking, but I just can't accept it," Sienna says as she sits across from him. She cradles a cup of hot water in her hands. William was always so busy after he joined the evil special rescue unit, but he would always come home after he was done with work. Now, her hand clenches around the cup as her lips tremble uncontrollably. "If I don't see this badge, I can tell myself that he's still at work and just hasn't come home yet." Wiping away her tears, Sienna puts down the cup, gently pushing the box towards Zane. "Keeping this with me will only serve as a constant reminder that my William will never return. I can't take it anymore." Zane's expression becomes more solemn. After a while, he nods, opens the drawer closest to him, and puts the box inside. Sienna bows and says, "Thank you." As she prepares to leave, she glances at the swaying tree branches outside. "William told me that you and Dr. Noah would return to the university together every year during the first year admission. He was always too busy to go. Zane, if you see Dr. Noah this year, please tell him William said hi." Longer. On the first day of school, Dr. Noah is already waiting at the entrance to Sky Haven University. The soon-to-be retired professor stands as straight as a pine tree. "Good morning, Dr. Noah." At Zane's greeting, Dr. Noah smiles. He turns and pats Zane's shoulder. "Well, it's just the two of us this year. Will was too busy, and now you are too. I wonder who'll come with me next year." His expression changes as he sighs. "That boy, Carter. Never mind." "William sends his regards," Zane says. "I'll also accompany you every year from now on." "That's nice to hear, but nothing is more important than the patients," Dr. Noah says. The two of them enter Sky Haven University and head to the auditorium. Many students are going the same way, still wearing the innocent excitement of being newly admitted, their steps are lighter and faster than Dr. Noah's and Zane's. Soon enough, they get ahead of the crowd and disappear. The two push open the main door of the auditorium to find several seniors setting up the venue. A banner reading 47's first year medical student oath ceremony hangs above the stage. Seeing Dr. Noah and Zane approaching, a smiling young man with a staff badge around his neck jumps down from the ladder, runs toward them, and bows. "Hello, Dr. Noah. I'm new. I heard from my seniors that you'll also be here for the oath." "I'm here to reminisce," Dr. Noah replied, then turned to Zane. "This is your senior, Zane." The young man looked surprised. "You're the legendary 35th academic god that we all pray to before the exam. What? And now I get to finally see you in person." Many of us look up to you as a role model, me included. Can I take a picture with you later?" Zane is taken aback by the request, but eventually nods. As they talk, soft but solemn music begins to play in the auditorium. A large number of first year enters the hall in an orderly manner, standing and waiting for the ceremony to begin. The young man bows to them again and goes back to the stage to adjust the microphone. Dr. Noah takes a step back, making way for a few students to pass by. "I will have the utmost reverence for human life. Maintain a sense of duty and dignity in practicing medicine and adhere to good medical standards." The oath begins. The newly admitted medical students look on with determination. Their eyes sparkle under the morning light. Dr. Noah looks at Zane, recalling how many years ago he watched this man participate in the same ceremony. As a first-year student, Zane was younger than everyone else. His presence alone made him stand out. When he raised his hand to take the oath, his composed and steady demeanor made Dr. Noah wonder how far this young man could go in the field of medicine. The oath ceremony ends. The students imbued with the responsibility and honor hush now, TikTok, in honor of taking their oath, leave one by one. Dr. Noah leads Zane to the cafeteria through the excited crowd. William and Carter were like this too. Dr. Noah can't help but get caught in the moment. He shakes his head and changes the topic. "Never mind. I heard the cafeteria has sweet and sour ribs today. Do you want to grab a bite?" Zane smiles. "All right." Near the end of the cafeteria is the towering research building. 3 students wipe their mouth, run past them, and mutter about their bacteria being dead. Startled sparrows fly over their heads from the treetops. Dr. Noah looks up at the building, lost in thought. "Zane, have you heard of the rumor, the ghost in the office?" Zane frowns, a little exasperated. These kinds of unscientific rumors are everywhere in the School of Medicine. "Indeed," Dr. Noah says. His gaze lingers on Zane for a moment before he chuckles. "I wonder who started it." That's long. I'm definitely just reading chapter 1. So the last one was reviewed. This one is hard. It was probably in the year 2040 when the main cafeteria of the university has just been renovated. Dr. Noah got his soup and chose a place to sit. His phone vibrated twice. It was a message from the dean of the medical school. I read the report Zane submitted. The theoretical model is quite good. A lot of students have tried to explore the uses of protocols before, but their ideas were limited by the methods. They couldn't fully understand it either. I can't say for sure that Zane will make progress, but his report makes me feel this approach is worth trying. Then there was another message. Your student has great ideas and seems to be quite bold. Dr. Noah didn't hide his pride. Of course he's good. I chose him. He put his phone on the table, intending to finish reading a paper he had started the day before. But the noise from the neighboring table got his attention. A security guard was sitting with 3 serious cafeteria ladies, all holding spoons. The guard, also solemn, waved his hand and began to talk. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on in the research lab at the medical school. Really? I see the kids from the lab come to eat every day. They seem fine. The problem is in the research lab. The security guard knocked on the table, speaking with an air of mystery. I'm telling you, when I went on patrol on Monday, what happened? You know how a lot of people stay late in the research labs there? It's not a big deal. I just remind them to lock the doors when they leave. But on Monday, I saw everyone leave. When I was locking up, I heard what? I heard this swishing sound. It scared me half to death. I couldn't even figure out what it was. Are you sure you didn't just scare yourself? There must have been a student still in the lab. I thought so too. So I checked again, but there was no one. Really? Yes, really. I looked everywhere and I couldn't see anyone. I was about to turn off the lights and leave when I thought I heard a voice. But you said there wasn't anyone. That's why I said it's totally abnormal. You guys have no idea just how many skeletons are in the research lab. What if one of them came back to life? Oh, stop saying nonsense. The cafeteria lady stood up with furrowed brows and returned to their station. Losing his audience, the security guard prepared to leave. He turned around and saw Dr. Noah looking at him. Dr. Noah, I said what I said, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the medical school. He smiled. Dr. Noah waved his hand, signaling the guard not to worry. At the front of the cafeteria, Zane had gotten his meal and was trying to find a place to sit down. Seeing him, Dr. Noah beckoned Zane to sit next to him. Dr. Noah, we can proceed with the next experiment tomorrow, Zane said. Those were the first words out of his mouth after taking his seat. Stick to your plan. Dr. Noah didn't ask for more details. He had been closely following this project. He knew Zane never slacked off for even a second and had double-checked, triple-checked the data. He understood the importance of this project to Zane and trusted that he had it under control. As he ate, Dr. Noah remembered something. Tuesday morning, did you miss the exam? Zane's hand paused for a moment. A hint of embarrassment flickered in his eyes. I'm sorry. If you don't take it, you won't get a score. The med school won't give you special treatment just because you're you. I know. It's my fault for missing the exam. I don't deserve to have a score. Zane, Dr. Noah said, looking at the faint, dark circles around his student's eyes. I know you're taking this project very seriously, and you're committed to your studies. But don't wear yourself out. After a moment of silence, Zane put down his chopsticks and said softly, Dr. Zoa, I'm not tired. I just want to move on to my clinical rotations as soon as possible. Dr. Noah nodded. He understood, yet he couldn't help but sigh. This child was too mature for his age, and carried too much on his shoulders. He wanted to say something to comfort Zane, but in the end, he said nothing. Thursday night, Dr. Noah stepped out of the research lab. He greeted the patrolling security guard and was about to leave when he saw the lights were still on in his office. It then occurred to him that a few days ago he had given the keys to Zane, allowing him to access the research reports he had completed several years ago at any time. Through the glass, he scanned the room for a moment before spotting Zane. Zane was sitting behind a human model, reading a paper. The security guard didn't see him, so he turned off the lights and locked the door. Zane looked up in the darkness. It took him only a few seconds to accept his situation. Then he shook his head. Holding the book, he walked to switch and turned the light back on. In the corridor, the security guard startled to see the light. The security guard, startled to see the light is on behind him, shivered as he turned around, mustered his courage, and headed back toward the office. Noah sighed and made a detour back to the office, taking Zane, who was still reading, out of the office. Walking with Zane to the entrance of the research lab, Noah thought back to the first time he saw at the oath ceremony. He had mentored many students. Among them were many who were as hardworking as Zane. They all got into medical school because of their dreams. Looking at Zane, he remembered a rumor he heard. I heard your parents are also doctors. You chose the medical field to follow their footsteps, right? Zane smiled. Yes, even the bedtime stories they told me during my childhood were about the hospital. Most of the things at home that I could use to kill time were medical textbooks too. So I was influenced by them. Is there another reason? No. That was too quick of a response. Besides, the way you're obsessing over this doesn't seem like there's only one reason. Zane was quiet for a long time, the sound of his footsteps carried away by the wind. Just when Dr. Noah thought Zane wouldn't answer him, he spoke up. It's also because of someone. Dr. Noah kind of expected that. He stopped walking and turned to look at his student, who rarely opened up about his feelings. He saw Zane standing alone in the first snowfall of that winter. I don't want to be incapable of doing anything again when I become a threat to her. To our character, huh? Oh, maybe I should read this in videos. A few days later, Dr. Noah received a call from the dean of the medical school. He sounded displeased. He massaged his temples as he went to the dean's office. As soon as he opened the door, he heard a quiet voice ask, "Why did you destroy your part of the experimental data, Zane?" Zane stood in the middle of the room, silent and expressionless. Sure, it doesn't affect others, but it could have helped this project achieve its purpose faster. The dean stepped closer to Zane, his fingers tapping on the desk. There was more frustration than anger in his voice, the kind that came from a fellow researcher. I remember you worked hard in the lab for a week. Did you think about how erasing your data means all your efforts have gone to waste? I know it wasn't an accident. Explain yourself. Behind Zane, his senior and lab mate, Carter, started to speak. As long as we're quiet, boy. Dr. Noah pushed Carter behind him. I'll handle this. Let the students go first. Thank you, Dr. Noah. Zane walked over to the flower bed and sat down next to Dr. Noah. He chuckled at Zane's thanks. I told the dean about you wanting to leave the group too. If you really want to thank me, write fewer negative comments about me in your desertion acknowledgement. You're very brave, Zane. Worried that the dean's word might affect him, Dr. Noah added, not everyone is willing to abandon research they put so much effort into. Dr. Noah, this project is about the application of protocore energy in interventional cardiology procedures. But during the experiment, Zane closed his eyes and shook his head. He took out the only remaining image from his data and handed it to Dr. Noah. The picture was a heart that was mostly covered in black crystals. To be more precise, it looked like a human heart, beating and growing out of black crystals. This is our character's heart, right? And this is the Oath. How is this the Oath? Now it's Trek. Not Shrek. Dr. Noah's thoughts return to the autumn of 2047. The students, having just attended the first year oath ceremony, finished their meals and are about to attend their first class at Skyhaven University's School of Medicine. He and Zane have also finished eating and are taking their trays back. Still savoring his meal, Dr. Noah walks out of the cafeteria with Zane. The sweet and sour ribs this year aren't great, but no matter how bad the food is, I always want to eat here when I come back. Once I retire, I'll leave Lincoln City. At the front gate, Dr. Noah turns around and pats Zane's arm. When you're free, I'll take you to a restaurant near my home. The food there is delicious. As soon as he finished speaking, his phone rings. Glancing at the caller ID, he sighs. And that's why doctors should never say they're free. Then, with a serious expression, he starts walking away to answer the call. Dr. Noah, I'll drive you back to the hospital. After the call ends, Zane walks with him to the parking lot. As they pass the flower bed outside the research lab, Dr. Noah remembers something important. Have you visited her? Zane pauses. Then he said, not yet. Are you afraid? No. He shakes his head, his voice steady. Dr. Noah gets out of the car in front of Oxo Hospital. He watches as Zane drives away. When he disappears into the traffic, the elderly doctor slowly turns around. For some reason, that kid always feels surreal. It feels as though, despite standing in the crowd, he would never be a part of it. He remembers that night when a single light glowed in the campsite during a blizzard in the Arctic. He remembered the lonely figure leaving in the cold wind the next day when the experiment data were destroyed. Perhaps the path the young man walk has only heavy snow and level ground. He's destined to walk alone. No, as his teacher, Dr. Noah can only hope that one day a fork in the road will appear before the young man, offering him tranquil respite. Oh. So I am a liar. Since chapter whatever thing 2, I think it's chapter 2, I don't know, has been unlocked. I will also read this, hopefully quickly, but this one is Snowy Stairs. Die in the Spring. Wow, what a way to start. It doesn't matter if the annual salary is in the millions or if the research lab is top notch. Without me, Carter, could Xander Science have come this far? What truly drives the development of science is not experiments, but ideas. I'm such a person, and so is Zane. That's why you need him, right? Laughter echoes in the conference room. Carter stands up, leans on the table, and tosses the contract back to the executive. If the medical genius Zane valued these things, why would he accept Axo's hospital invitation? Can the hospital offer more than our research institute? What do you suggest? What do you suggest, Dr. Zane? I didn't get my doctorate degree. With a smile on his lips that can send chill down someone's spine, Carter glances at the Institute director, asking the question. Give me the file of Cabin 607's patient. Let me try. After a round of New Year's fireworks, 2048 officially begins. During the year Dr. Carter decides to quit school, this area of Imperial Marine Park was just a newly abandoned construction site. The property owner declared bankruptcy, and it turned out they had invested in the emerging industry of protocore technology in Skyhaven. The homeowners formed a group to defend their rights on the construction site. I don't know why something is catching my mouth right now. Carter and Zane happened to pass by and save an elderly man who had a heart attack. After the ambulance took the man away, they sat down in a restaurant for a late night snack, discussing the trending topic of the time, the ethics of applying protocore technology to revive dead cells. At dawn, the door of the restaurant opened again. Zane headed in the opposite direction in the morning fog, and they never saw each other again. Now, vibrant plants have replaced the construction rubble, and I'm thinking it's Imperial now. Marine District has been revitalized with the resurgence of Lincoln City. However, Carter believes that no matter how the world changes, Zane will remain the same. He knows this is the path his stubborn junior will take every day for his morning jog. As he strolls through the park, a familiar voice is heard from behind the bush. But you're a doctor. Please save Pilot. He already passed away. Following the voice, Carter finds Zane squatting next to a crying child by a bench. The boy pulls at Zane's arm. A stray dog lies motionless in front of them. It's not breathing. Pilot always played with me. I even bought it cookies. Pilot knows. He's very happy, Zane murmurs. He gently pats the child's head. But I don't want Pilot to die. Carter laughs to himself and walks over to them, protocore in hand. Hey, kid, Pilot can live again with us. Oh, I think Carter is gonna be the stubborn one. He casually joins in on the conversation. Zane looks up, his softened gaze turning cold at the sight of the protocore. He stands up and stares at Carter's smiling face. Death is part of life. We can't change that. Yesterday once more. You're still cold-hearted, Zane. The dogs also count as a life, and the poor kid is heartbroken. Carter follows Zane to the restaurant they visited all those years ago, which is now a fast food restaurant. He squints and looks around as if admiring its rebirth. If someone wants a life to continue, how would you know if you can't bring it back? Shouldn't you try first? Carter remembers the frightened look in the child's eyes when he brought the protocore close to the stray dog. Then again, you're right. Most people don't even want to try. Tell me, is the natural law an unshakable moral boundary? Or is it just a comforting phrase people use? His voice drips with sarcasm. I thought I made that clear, Zane says. He places his phone on the table after ordering breakfast. I see you haven't changed at all, Carter. No, that's where you're wrong. Standard Sciences has given me a lot of opportunity. Without allowing things to be dismissed, Carter takes out an elegant-looking business card from his bag and slides it across the table towards Zane. If you had kept going, maybe you would have already broken free from the shackles of natural law, Carter says. Zane, your talents are wasted at Oxo Hospital. Xander Sciences doesn't want to see a genius like you be forgotten. The evil technology you're insisting on is so last year. No one wants an artificial lump that needs to be charged in their heart now. Protocore tech is the golden brick that will pave the way to the future. Carter's confident. The Xander Sciences Research Institute logo and the research he's in charge of will easily catch the eye of top expert worldwide. Zane doesn't take the card. Instead, he shifts his gaze to the window. Hold on to that brick then. If you drop it, your foot won't be the only thing that's hurting. Carter shrugs. He knows moving this iceberg wouldn't be easy. The business card is an opportunity for Zane to reject him. He brings out his trump card. Take a look at this. It's a case from our project, a very rare condition. Carter sent the meticulously prepared medical record of Cabin 607's patient to Zane's phone. Zane doesn't move, so Carter reaches out and accepts it for him. The patient's heart surgery is scheduled for next week. His other organs are in such a terrible state that he might not survive the side effects of the treatment. We're at a loss. Why don't you take a look? Knowing Zane can glean insights of abnormal data in the medical record, he doesn't provide any more details. As expected, Zane looks away, furrowing his brow in barely disguised displeasure. Are you unsure of what to do? If that's the case, Xander Sciences wouldn't have kept him until now. Smiling, Carter nods. That's why we need you. My skills are nothing compared to yours and Dr. Noah. I can't be as meticulous and efficient as you. The restaurant owner brings out a bowl of sweet tofu pudding and places it in front of Zane. Carter laughs again. Dr. Noah thinks highly of you, you know? He would mention you to me and Will all the time back then. It made us really curious about you before we met. Eating a spoonful of his hot and spicy soup, he continues. You may not like Xander's Sciences, but the patient is innocent, just like the dead dog. He also has families waiting for them. Take a look, Dr. Zane. It won't violate your medical ethics. Undying tree. Person Carter has been waiting for still hasn't stepped through the doors of Xander Sciences, even after Cabin 607 patient is brought into the operating room. 5 hours later, the less than successful surgery forced him to confront the gap between him and a genius once more. They worked on the theoretical model of this research back in school. He even outperformed Zane on this front. Yet, when it comes to applying it, things never go smoothly. Where does he fall short compared to Zane? He desperately wants to know what Zane discovered and why he stopped researching it. Dr. Carter, Dr. Zane is here. Carter stiffens at the news. He quickly raises his head, masking his frustration. By the time he swivels around his office chair and stands up, his usual confident demeanor is back. Xander's Sciences life pod looks like enormous capsules with countless intertwined tubes connecting them to the surrounding equipment. Red tubes sucked away death, while the blue ones injected new life. The daily cost of one device could burn through a month's worth of research in a regular hospital ICU. Xander Sciences has 15 of these. I lost it for a moment as soon as I looked for like 1 millisecond. Outside of Cabin 607 glass window, Zane stares at the patient who's soaking in the liquid, shriveled shriveled like a skeleton. Familiar, isn't it? Carter walks up to the cabin exterior, crossing his arm and admiring the ward that looks straight out of the sci-fi movie. Is Carter the first person we met with Dr. Lane? I don't remember. Besides the nurse, of course. You're and admiring the word. You're late. His heart regeneration failed, so we had to put a new one in to keep him going. How did you perform the surgery? You'll know everything if you join us, though. Actually, you won't struggle with this conundrum. You might be the one most familiar with it. Zane being here means there's hope. Feeling he has the upper hand, Carter teases him. Remember the project we worked on for several years at school? The same one you stopped? I brought it to the standard sciences. Now it has a name, X-Heart. Zane frowns. Have you conducted animal experiments with it? Of course we've completed all the standard procedures. Otherwise, I wouldn't have invited you. When he was admitted, he only had less than 6 months. It's been 2 years now. This is what I offered him, and he's happy to be here, to be a pioneer. But I get it. You're the genius here. I only implemented a genius great idea. After a moment of silence, Zane speaks again. Have you seen William since then? He died at Mount Eternal. You were the closest to him in the team. Carter doesn't understand why Zane had to bring him up. After some thought, he guesses Zane wants to bring attention to his death. Mount Eternal, huh? The view's good, but there was an anomaly with the Wanderers a few years ago. Before he can finish, Zane gets up and leaves. Carter quickly follows him. Wait, aren't you here to join us? Zane keeps walking, pulling out his phone. I'm here to warn you. Hiding a Trojan horse in the medical record you sent can easily get you arrested. Ooh. Carter watches as Zane walks further and further away, unmoving as always. His painstaking efforts are apparently worthless in Zane's eyes. In the empty corridor, Carter clenches his fist, unable to hold back his words. Zane, I'm giving you an opportunity. You better consider it. Our job is to save people. If we can control life and death, why shouldn't we? Don't you remember what we saw every time a surgery failed? Give me another chance. I could save him if I had another chance. This is the chance we always wanted. Carter is... I don't know if I like Carter. There is no we, Zane replies. Do you remember how happy everyone was when the experiment worked? It was like a message left by God, and now we can finally respond. Zane, do you believe in God? Carter's going crazy. At the end of the corridor, Zane finally stops and looks back at him. His hand, in his coat pocket. You're crazy. Zane agrees. Gone. After leaving cabin 607, Zane walks to the elevator. The sound of rolling wheels comes from an unassuming door next to him. Through the small window, he can see a hallway. A metal cart used for waste disposal passes by. There's a lifeless hand poking out from under the white cloth. Make way. A simple-looking couple blocks the cart. The masked researcher sounds exhausted and tried to push the cart forward. Isn't this what you agreed to when you accepted the Institute's donation? Once they select him, we have full usage and disposal rights. He's gone now, so there's no need to play the part of a dutiful parent. The woman tightly clutches the cart iron rails. She's almost kneeling. But he's our son. Please let us see him one last time. We promise we won't tell anyone. Just so you know, he came straight from the operating table. He doesn't have a heart anymore. Do you still want to see him? Excuse me, Zane says as he opens the door. Could you leave him with me for a moment? Over the past few months, Zane has become well known at Xander Sciences, so the researcher recognizes him. All Zane wants is a clean room and a set of surgical tools. The researcher hesitates. It's a favor that can be easily granted. Alright, but no more than half an hour. After a while, the young man who had lost his heart finally appeared before his parents in a clean, intact state. The father presses his forehead against the wall, his hand tightly clutching his chest as he bites his lip. The mother bends over the bed, his head buried deep in the white sheets. Moments pass, and then Zane hears her muffled sobbing. Son, we come to say goodbye. In the surveillance room, Carter watches the whole thing through the screen, a smirk plays on his lips as he opens the comms. Zane, do you remember what we discussed before? We talked about it for a long time. In this era of technological advancement, why must we face death? Geez, this Carter sounds like a bad guy. On the screen, Zane slowly turns to the camera. Unfortunately, he's just too far away for Carter to see his expression. My perspective hasn't changed. We will face death eventually, one way or another. Then, Zane glances at the couple. Just not like this. Whew! Snow depths. I kind of find these stories more interesting, I'll be honest. A few days later, Zane officially joins OXO Evol Cardiac Medical Research Lab as its principal investigator. The night before, Carter sent him a congratulatory message and told him about the death of the patient in cabin 607. His name was Felix, only 45 years old. He helped a lot of poor students during his lifetime, giving them a comfortable and affluent life. Is he gonna try to guilt trip Zane? Jeez. He also allowed them to participate in our great experiment near the end of their lives. What a shame. Despite Xander Sciences sparing no expense to keep him alive, he still passed away after 2 years. But don't you think this is just the beginning? Zane doesn't reply. Unsatisfied, Carter sends another picture. It's a failed attempt at resuscitating a patient in cabin 607. He lies on the floor outside the life pod, a cluster of black crystal blooming on the left side of his chest like a magnificent dahlia. Zane, if the person lying on the operating table was your lover, would you let her die? After the message, a thought hits Carter like a first drop of rain falling outside the window. He suddenly understands. Why go to such great lengths to persuade Zane? What he really needs is not a like-minded colleague, but a pair of hands. Ones that can carry out God's mission and allow for God's descent. Zane's hand. Carter remembers that Zane became a doctor because of a girl. A person like him wouldn't join OXO Hospital for no reason. He has to be taking over Dr. Noah's work. If he can see which cases are being transferred from Dr. Noah to Zane, he can find that girl. That's his trump card. Is the girl my character? And he thought so highly of Zane. As long as he has that mysterious girl, he knows he'll always have those hands. In an instant, countless thoughts surge into Carter's brain like bubbles in a soda can. Maybe that girl's even more interesting than cabin 607's patient, considering how Dr. Noah and Zane seems to be unable to help her. Maybe her value to X Heart would far exceed that of Zane. Zane, you should know you're rejecting a path to life's truth. My answer hasn't changed either. I always believe that death is just a small obstacle. It can overcome in due time. Happy, Carter tosses his phone onto the carpet and spins in place. His horizons has expanded now, and that he's changed gears. He pours himself half a glass of red wine in celebration and raises it to the highest point of the city lights as it soaks in heavy rain. A toast to humanity's greatest dream. In the dimly lit study, Zane reviews the patient records Dr. Noah transferred to him. He sees a name he knows all too well. He recalls the conversation he had with Carter back in med school. They sat across from each other at the restaurant. Zane has stared at his senior as he was about to eat. Even if we can avoid death, we still need it, he had said. Now Zane rubs his temples. He stares at the name for so long. Then he takes off his glasses, leaning back slowly in his chair. As if time and space intertwine, Carter's indignant voice rings in his ears and questions him once more. Wouldn't you use everything in your power to prevent your loved ones from dying? Of course he would. Zane answered this question countless times in his heart, and no matter how many years have passed, his answer still hasn't changed. He would do everything he could to prevent her death and save her. But the night is long. The fog is dense. If the end of the road is truly what's left, Zane closes his eyes. At least he still has another option, his last one. And before the storm arrives, he only hopes he can walk a little further on this rugged path. He could also hold her hand and resist the avalanche-like onslaught of selfish wishes together. Oh, is this our character? Is this our character? Give me the gems. Alright. Wow. And this one, this thing, the world underneath thing, is this talking about Ether Core? I am not reading these two since the things before that is still locked. Yeah, I'm gonna go in order on this one because these are interesting. I'm guessing these are about the Ether Core. No spoilers though, please.